रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्. Dear devotees of Falsom Hindu Temple and Cultural Center, California, USA, welcome to the first session on the auspicious occasion of vasanta navarAtri that happens in this very auspicious month, Meena Masa, called in Tamil Panguni. So we are going to enjoy the bliss blessed by Goddess pArvatI in the course of these 9 days of navarAtri, as they are called, 9 nights, where you, the devotees, come together and get a spiritual knowledge, increase your devotion, do service to the goddess, and so on. So we have taken up the subject soundarya laharI of Sri Adi Shankaracharya to know the immeasurable and unlimited greatness of the goddess. We can learn a little from them every day, just for a few minutes. So the Soundarya Lahari, a very excellent poem blessed by Sri Shankaracharya, has got the meaning waves of beauty. Lahari means waves and Soundarya means beauty. It consists of 2 parts. The first part is called Ananda Lahari, the waves of bliss, with the 41st till the 41st stanza, and later on the second part is called Soundarya Lahari with the 59 stanzas in Sanskrit, and it is believed that Lord Ganesha himself has encouraged Shankaracharya to compose Ananda Lahari, and it was coming from the source of a sage called Pushpadanta. It was read from there by sage Gaudapada, who taught it to Adi Shankara, and Adi Shankaracharya himself completed the 59 stanzas of Soundarya Lahari. It's very beautiful. This is also a poem on mantra literature. The secret spells of the divine mantras are embedded in these 2 parts, Ananda Lahari and Soundarya Lahari. And if we recite some particular stanzas and worship the yantras, all our desires can be fulfilled. It is surprising to note that there are 36 commentaries in Sanskrit only of this Soundarya Lahari. The most famous has been written by Lakshmi Dhara, and in order to understand this Soundarya Lahari, we have to go deep into the greatness and the majesty of the medium, namely Sanskrit, can be understood. And may all of you be blessed with such greatness of the goddess pArvatI in the Vasanta Navaratri of Falsom Temple, Hindu Temple and Cultural Center. So welcome to you to enjoy. So this is the first part, as I just now said, Ananda Lahari. So we have the first stanza. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nachedevam devo na khalu kushala spanditumapi atastvām ārādhyām harihara virinchādibhir api pranantum stotum va katham akrita punya prabhavati. It is perhaps a negative statement, let us not worry about it. So you are all good devotees. So as we are all supposed to be, we want to be, and we try to be good devotees. And because we are lucky, fortunate to come to the temple, we have an attitude to worship the God daily during this vasanta navarAtri. And a person of merits will always have the capacity to worship the goddess pArvatI. And never pArvatI is separable from Lord Shiva. So both of them as a divine couple bless us if we worship them. And we say in Tamil, Shivan illayel Shakti illai. Shakti illayel Shivan illai. The divine couple is so compatible with each other that in order to do all activities, Lord Shiva is dependent on Goddess pArvatI and Goddess pArvatI is mutually dependent on Lord Shiva. So let us look at the meaning of the second verse. And Lord Brahma is so obedient to the Goddess pArvatI that he creates this world with her blessings, and therefore the God, Lord Rudra, also helps him in understanding the greatness of the holy ash in the divine feet of Parvati. The third verse tells us that the greatness is like the rising sun that removes all darkness. It removes our sufferings. The poor people are made rich. It is like a honey that flows from the flower bunch for all activities. And an illiterate is made a scholar. And we compare the God, rather the divine couple, to other gods, and especially Varahavatara, where the great boar revived the earth. So we have another picture of the goddess Parvati in her greatness. She is the shelter of all in the entire universe. We all accept her as our benign, kind, affectionate mother. She grants our wishes when we worship her with a lot of devotion. A mother will not let her children down, and therefore, in order to remove our fear of this world, we have to adore her. In the fifth verse, the Ananda Lahari says that good things are coming out of the blessings of the goddess Parvati, and she is a lovable form, and she can change our mindset, and all the gods are slaves to her, and all the gods worship her. along with the sages. And then she was born as Parvati. She was born as Dakshayani to Daksha Prajapati. And as the daughter of the Himalaya mountain, she is full of fragrance of the flowers of the forest, hovering by the bees, and she is using a chariot of breeze in the mountains, and she has a holy frame of physical body, and her eyes are benevolent to the devotees. So we have another beauty of this goddess Parvati. She has, as a child, wears anklets with jingling bells, and she is a pretty child, and her face is like the autumn moon. She holds a bow of sugar cane. She has arrows made of flowers, and therefore she has a wonderful form, and she is the spouse of Lord Shiva, who is ill-tempered sometimes. He had to destroy the three cities of demons. And we have another side of the greatness of goddess Parvati. She wears a lot of jewels with the precious gems, and she is the very kalpaka tree which yields our desires in the garden of heaven. And when we think of her, our thoughts become sublime, and she is in the sea of always happiness. She is always truthful, and she is always worshipped by holy people, and therefore we are expected to be good people. So we must think that the goddess belongs to our family. She is in the middle of sitting on the lotus with 1,000 petals. She is the support of the world. She is the fire in our heart, in the sense that she propels the activities of our heart, and her power is said to be in the middle of the eyebrows, and therefore, and we have to worship all the divine limbs of the goddess. We have a temple nearby where I am living in Srirangam. It's called Jambukeshwaram. There, Adi Shankaracharya visited the temple and worshipped there, and he composed a poem for us, Tadanga Mahimna Stotram, and therefore this is only a small illustration to say that we have to worship the ear studs of the goddess Parvati, and we can get blessed. We'll have one more verse to understand. So, when we worship the Lord, goddess Parvati, the happiness that comes to our mind is enormous. And we have what we call vibration when we have a look at the goddess. And her eyes always exude the nectar-like rays, and she is a very beautiful goddess, and therefore we will have to worship her along with Lord Shiva. And those who are married and childless will have a good progeny, and they will have the meaning of their life, married life, soon after their wedding. So she has the companion Lord Shiva as her spouse, and she has lot of technical aspects embedded in her physical frame, that some mantras of scriptures are meant specially for her, and we will understand this secret a little later by going deep into the poems of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. कवितार्किक संहाय कल्याण गुणशालिने श्रीमते वेंकटेशाय वेदांत गुरवे नमः. So we will continue our session following the following day. I will also get blessed by the Shiva Vishnu temple of Falsom USA. Dhanyavada. Thank you very much.